Ooh, that looks tasty. Say the Hungry Gamer is back with another playthrough, and today we're continuing our playthrough of the Kinfire Chronicles. And so, the input that we had from the last quest was that people wanted us to go check out number 9, which is the Mariner's Boardwalk. And so that is right down here. And we need to go back to the inn because I got a bunch of new cards and stuff that I need to shuffle in. And then I've also decided we'd go over here to 14, which is Whispers of Magic. Those looking for instruction in the magical arts may wish to seek out this establishment. Although beginners stand to gain the most here, even journeyman sorceresses might learn a thing or two. So I don't have any sorcerers, but whatever, we'll see what happens. And then 9 down here is the Mariner's Boardwalk. Visitors from all over frequent the shops and food stalls that dot this small boardwalk, making it a prime locale for people watching. So I thought about going back to the bounty place as well because I have all of these bits from things that we've conquered, but I just put in a bunch of new cards, and most of my characters don't have enough Kinfire to add a whole bunch of new cards to their decks, and I want to try out the new stuff. And we just kind of leveled up and got new stuff, so we're gonna go with this, and we're gonna see what happens here. And so, because we had the request, we're going to start out going to 9. Walking near the small boardwalk, you pass a number of taverns and food stalls, all bustling with a variety of clientele. The assortment of colorful clothes on display is almost dizzying, and Valora has something that can happen here. Valora! The sailor appears with a grin on his face and a sword in his hand. Kinney? It's been ages! Usual wager. The sailor nods, and the two mates launch into a furious yet friendly duel. Eventually, Valor wins, and Kinney pays up. Gain 3 coins. And, well, and then that's the only time we can do that, but 3 coins, all right. And that is the end of that action. All right, well, that was lovely. All right, then we're going to go over to 14, and that is the Whispers of Magic place. This mage's space isn't fancy. A fire crackles in the corner of the room, heating a pot of something pungent and orange. You don't notice the proprietor, a tattooed orc, until she speaks. I'm Kata. If it's fortune-telling you want, move on. If you want me to curse an ex-lover, move on. But if you want to learn the ways of magic, and you've got the coin, then sit down and listen up. You may train with Kata, add her to Dinluck's market if you haven't already. So I guess I might as well try to get these things now, because these are both pretty darn good. And so the way it works is I have to pay coin and flip cards. And if it works out, then these cards become part of that specific seeker's pool. And that seems like a good idea. So this Mage Bolt. Wow, the Eldritch Blast, it's everything. Wow, these are really good. So I think I'm going to try to give the Mage Bolt to Fane and the Eldritch Blast to Valora. So I'm going to start out and pay 4 coins. Only 1 Seeker. I see. So we're going to try to get this Mage Bolt, even though I don't think I'll be able to use it yet, but I'm still going to try to go ahead and get it. So I have to flip over 2 cards here from Fane, and 3 cards. I'm hoping to get 2 blues. All right, there's 1 blue. Up, and white is blue, so good. I got it on 2 of them. So now I have the Mage Bolt as something that I can add into my deck, and wow, that's really good. I think I might add it right in and take something else out immediately, and then this Eldritch Blast I'll try to get later. Let's see, what do I want to take out? I think I want to take out the Blade Storm, which is a good card, but this other one is just so good. All right, and I'll put this underneath his thing so I don't forget. All right, then I am going to rest, and I will shuffle out some other cards and abilities, and I will be ready to go. So I didn't find anything new. I need to make sure I put Kayla here, somewhere I can go shopping, which I guess would be with the market, I guess is what I will do. I'm not sure. Maybe you can always go shopping. I'll have to look that up. I'm not quite sure. But whatever it is, I've done that. I'm going to put her top of the deck as someone that I can go shopping with. And that will be that. And it's time for us to do our quest. So the only prompt that we have right now is for Quest 5, so that's where we're going, a perilous passage. Guildmaster Lyra has summoned you to her office in the guild hall. Apparently, the Hierophant Selene has a task for the Seekers Guild. She's requested your services, as well as your discretion. All right, so here we go. I'll go ahead and get this all set up, and we'll get ourselves ready to rock. The Seekers Guild is strangely empty. It seems everyone but you has been sent out on assignment. Just as you're about to pull up a few chairs in the dining hall to enjoy an ale, you're summoned by Guildmaster Lyra. Thought you were getting the night off? Lyra says. Sorry to disappoint, but the Hierophant herself has specifically requested you for this assignment. She leads you into her office where Selene waits. Let's skip the pleasantries, Selene says. The little time, so I'll be direct. The great lighthouse is waning. It's the source of all Kinfire, and it's been growing dimmer with every week that passes. I fear we must act now before we're left in total darkness. She pauses, letting the grim words sink in. I'm certain that the lighthouse can be rekindled, but to do so I need an ancient volume. The Almanck of Fires. Its last known location was the Library of Orlander. That, Lyra says, is where you come in. And so we shall leave for Orlander immediately. Or who were the bandits that attacked us back in Vienna? Well, I think that would be good to know. I want to know who the bandits were, so we're going to go to 5-2. You asked Selene about the bandits you faced in Vienna. She looks away to the window. I can't be sure yet, but I suspect they are part of a greater conspiracy. This isn't the first time someone has tried to stop a new lighthouse from being erected. I have an idea of who might be behind it, but it would be unwise to speak without further evidence. So I have to go back and take number 1. You have your assignment from the Hierophant herself. Reach Orlander, find the book, survive. The latest information from the Seekers Guild reported that the land between Dinlux and Orlander has been changed beyond recognition. Hit hard by the starless nights, barren deserts have replaced gentle rolling hills, snow-capped mountain peaks now rise where fields of grain once grew. You'll need to plan your journey carefully by assessing your strengths and calculating your risks. Even so, there's no path that will guarantee safety. If there was, they wouldn't have called on Seekers. Okay, well, we're going this way. Interesting. Don't know how this is going to work. You leave Denlux in the direction of Orlander, plotting your course carefully. To cross an area, each seeker in any order declares and then flips how many cards they would like from their deck. After all seekers have flipped, if enough of the indicated color is revealed, you safely cross the terrain. Otherwise, select one seeker to gain 1 exhaustion for every card you are short. If a seeker's deck runs out, you may not draw any more on the journey. Oh, well, that's interesting. And so I can choose to go off towards the desert, which means I need blue, or towards the swamp, which means I need green. As I look through, I have about equal on everything. It looks like for each one I only need a single card. So let's go to the desert. So we'll start out with Fane, and I need 1 blue. I will say he will flip 2 cards, because all of them get to do it. So let's see. 1 up. Oh, both of them got it, but that was easy enough. So, I need a token to mark where we are. There we go. I'll use that right there. So that is where we are. And I have to read 5-6. Climbing over one of the dunes, you spot a lonely figure on the horizon. Once closer, you see that she is an elven woman with uncovered skin that has been burned and blistered in the sun. My husband, she mutters. He was caught out here in the last starless night. He was looking for lost sheep. He must be here somewhere. You rush to her side, but it's too late. Moments later, she passes away in your arms. Well, that's depressing. Oh, I get it. It's not one blue. It's what's on here, so I need 7 blue. So I said 2 already. Now that I understand that, I will flip a third for Fane, which is also white, so I have 3 of 7. Then we are moving on to Valora, and I will say, let's see, she does, I'll say 3 for her, so we have 1 blue, no, and no. So I'm at 4. Oh, man. And so I need to flip at least, oh, geez, I gotta get 3? So I think I'm gonna flip 5 cards for Nas, trying to get 3 blue. Oh, there's 1 blue. No. No. Yes. Oh, no. So I didn't quite make it. I was 1 short, 1 person will take an exhaustion. I'm going to give 1 exhaustion to Nas. All right, so I'm there. And now I can go towards red. Yep, let's go over here and go to 510 and try to get some red cards. Making your way up the steep, snowy slope, you spot a herd of woolly animals among the rocks, with long, floppy ears and enormous eyes. They're like no creature you've ever seen before. They appear to be harmless, even a little bit cute, until they stand on their back legs and begin to hurl rocks at you. Rah! Rah! They cry whenever they manage to hit one of you. Well, that was unexpected. But Nas stomps forward and pulls herself to her full height, scaring a few of them away, so I only need 6 red. Well, we'll start with Nas this time, and I'll have her do 4. 1 red, no. 2 red, 3 red, so I need 3 more, and we'll do 4 from Valora. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep. So I got 3, 4, so I only need 1 more. 1 more red, and so I will do 3 from Fane. Oh, got it right there. All right, and well, let's go on up and do green. You trudge through the swamp, scratching at bleeding bite marks until you hear a long, harrowing bellow. You head in the direction of the noise and soon come across a disturbing sight, an elk's head sticking out of the muddy water. The beast must have become stuck, and here is now sinking into the thick mud. You look on helpless to save the creature. Well, that's depressing. Sadly, I don't have core who might be able to save it. A very never-ending story. Well, buy our attacks. Nothing I can do now. I gotta get 9 green. Well, I got all my... Oh, I don't know if... Well, I assume I don't need anything. So I'm just gonna go buck wild. I'll just draw 9. That seems dangerous. I'm gonna draw 5. 5 for Nas. So I got 1, 2, 3. So I'm a third of the way there, and I'll draw 6 from Valora. 1, 2, no, 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 yes. So I'm all the way up to 6, and I'll draw 8 from Fane. 1, no, 2. All right, so I got all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh boy, glad I didn't use everything. Finally, you've reached the outskirts of Valander. Only parts of the town still remain, perhaps protected from the starless nights by the area's deep history and the magical energy that has gathered here. You pause, overwhelmed by the feeling that you are somehow meant to be here in this exact place at this exact time. And, oh, well, I'm going to get some fate, so that's pretty good. So for every 3 cards I have left, I get 1 fate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's actually 5. I got 5 more fate. And I still don't know if I get to keep fate that I haven't used or not. I don't quite know how that works. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So clearly I need to be using all of this time. And I go to the next card. The Library of Olander stands at the center of what is left of the town, but it's not what you expected. With its thick walls and barred windows, you could see someone mistaking it for a prison. The heavy wooden doors of the entrance have been smashed in. As you walk over the splintered planks, you hear a terrified scream. You rush around the corner to see a pillager surrounded by several pallid corpse-like creatures. Flailing his sword wildly, he's keeping them at bay. For now. So, we have a conundrum. We can either go save him or get the book first and use him as bait. Well, Fane and Valora want to help him, while Nas wants to go. Nas currently has the most Kinfire. I want to get Kinfire for the other two, so I'm going to let that determine what I do. Each of them gains another Kinfire, and we're going to thief or not. He clearly needs our help right now, because we are heroes. After a moment's hesitation, you decide to intervene. Some would call you brave, others foolish. As soon as you enter the room, the whites turn their glowing eyes to you and with a horrifying shriek attack. Clearly relieved at your arrival, the bandit flees into the shadows of the library, clutching the bleeding wound on his shoulder. Nice. Very helpful. I'm so glad I helped you. All right, here we go. All right, and it's time for me to set up the battle. So let me pause here, and then I will set this up. All right, here we go. So we got this Bale White, who's kind of the big tough one, right in front of us. Looks like we got an archer over here. Going through here leaves you trapped. And we got the Mage White down here. I think, because I have all these fate tokens, I think I'm just going to start burning fate tokens and do my best to kind of power straight on through this. So yeah, let's do that. I got my fate box right here, which, oh, you know, we can see it if I put it over here. We don't need those cards for the moment. There we go, the void box. So I'm going to start right away. I'm going to drop one in. I kind of wish I had the metal ones. Oh, I bet those are so nice, those metal ones. Oh well. So I get to draw 4 and choose 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow, am I glad I did that. So I'm going to just go ahead and use Laura right away here. And I'm going to start out. So she is up, everyone's up there. Oh, there she is. And I think I'm going to try to, no, this guy has the most action, so I'm going to do this. So I'm going to hit him with the splatter arrow. When Valora's arrow strikes his target, it erupts, splattering a viscous liquid over anyone unfortunate enough to be nearby. And so it's going to do 2 damage. It's going to pull his focus to her. But because I have Valora's bow, I get to do 1 extra damage. So I'm already doing 3 damage to it. Let me go ahead and just mark that. Okay, and then let's see if we have any boosts, because this is a green-red. And I do. I have 1 boost here. I have the coordinated attack boost from Fane, which will be 1 more damage. And then let's see what we have over here. And no boosts that are particularly useful. So that's not a bad start. Then I'm going to move. And because I moved, I can give armor to somebody. And I'm going to give an armor to Fane. And that is that. But, because I got all these, let's use another one. I'm going to see if I can burn some of these down before they even get to go. That'd be amazing if I could take some of these guys out before they get to do anything. Oh. And 4. All right. Well, let's do Valora again. If I can burn through her actions, I can get her lantern, so that's pretty cool. So, oh, I'm actually already almost through her actions. So I'm going to do the sprinting arrow. But I am concerned that these things here are going to get up on me. That is my concern. But for the moment, they're still laying down. So moving forward, so I'm going to do the sprinting arrow here. Moving forward at a dead sprint, you fire off an arrow between steps. So I'm actually going to have 2 move here. So I'm going to do first I'm going to do my movement and go here. And then I'm going to use the sprinting arrow and come back, which means 2 more armor gets to get passed out. I'm going to give 1 and 2 to Fane. And then I'm doing 4 damage, but just like before, I show her bow, and now I've done 5 damage, which puts this guy all the way down to 12. All right. And do I do it? Yes, of course I do it again. Yes, this is my plan. I'm going to burn through most of these early on. I'm going to burn down probably to 3, and then I'm going to hold off just in case something goes bad, because, that could happen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm tempted to activate Valora again. Yeah, because that'll get me actually closer to this and then resetting. Yeah, I like that idea. So I'm going to actually activate Valora again. And now she's almost out of actions here, but that's okay. So I'm going to do the capture rune, which is right here. You draw a complicated pattern into the air. Energy forms into shackles to bind your enemy as spikes close in around them. So I'm going to move. Oh, you know what? I think I messed up in my movement because I couldn't reach him through that wall. I think it could have worked out with moving back and forth. I think if I did a shoot, then move, then I moved back and shoot, then I moved back over here with my bonus action. Then, yeah, so it still works out. Anyhow, so I'm doing this capture rune, which is going to do 2 more damage. I already know I don't have any boosts that I can use. So he's down to 10. But I've also trapped him, so if I decide to just kind of move people out of the way, we have that going on. So that is there. And do I do one more? I'm going to do one more. And woo, glad I did. So Fane is up. And that is the end of our nonsense that I was doing there. Now, Fane, let's see what he's got going for him. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Wyvern Cloak, made from the wing leather of a wyvern. This cloak grants protection and speed. So it's going to give me an extra movement and an armor, but it's a free action, so there's really no reason not to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to do another free action, which is the Riddle of Dawn. When the morning light is nigh and the seekers crack an eye, may their strings be taut as battle is fought and the enemy's victory denied. And now this is, I'm just going to put it over here so hopefully I'll remember. Every time a seeker takes an action, someone can draw a card. And that's really cool. I don't know that I'm going to use it too often because I want to get the lanterns flipped, but for now it's free, so I might as well get that out there. I'm going to move in. I don't have any good actions. Oh, this is a bummer. I actually don't have any good actions because I have my coordinated attack, but I'm not in the same space, so if I move in, I'll be alone. It's not great. And I'm going to pull the focus. And then my other one's a healing, so I'm actually just going to use my action to discard this healing. And then next time I'll be able to get my lantern. There we go. Oh, Valora again. Well, this worked out because now this is going to be her last action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play her bow. Yeah, Valora's bow, this will be her last one, which means I have my lantern. When Valora first crafted this bow with her father, she had no idea how many dangers and adventures it would see her through. And I know I don't have any boosts that oh wait, I might have a boost. I might have a boost here. So I'm doing 2 damage. And Fane might... Yes, Fane has a double boost. So he'll go ahead and use that, which means I did 4 damage. And I know, I'm pretty sure Naz does not... Yes, Naz has no boost I can use. So this guy's down to 6 already. And they have not even gone yet. That is so satisfying. And then she gets to flip over her lantern and draw 7. And with luck, I'll draw another heart. No, or Naz. Oh, and then... Oh, I should have moved up there earlier. Oh well, I did not. And Valora could have moved here and give another armor over there. Give one to Naz this time. Now Naz is going to go ahead and move on in here. Hers. And let's see what we got. I'm going to use the Unstoppable Charge. Starting slowly and gathering speed, Naz charges at her enemy, accelerating until she strikes with incredible force. And it's going to pull the focus back on Naz. And because she moved 1 space, it's actually going to do 4 damage, and she has an extra movement, and her power allows her to use movement for someone else, so she's actually going to do this, which will give an armor to... I'll give it to Naz because she's probably going to get hit soon. And that is 4 damage. Not bad. And it's possible that because Valora just drew, that Valora might have a boost that I can use. So a nice boost of 2 would be epic. I do not. I have lots of armor boosts and movement boosts, so nothing. Bummer. Come on, give me one more Naz. Oh, bad guys go finally. Oh, that was a nice run. Okay, so the Huntswight leaps forward, claws extended. Oh, it's only going to be melee, and after attacking, the Huntswight moves 1 space closer to the nearest corpse. Well, it didn't actually attack because it didn't make it into the space. But I will go ahead and just move it on up there, even though it didn't attack. I think that makes sense. Interesting. Oh, and did I want... I don't think I wanted to use this for now. Well, I missed it. Okay, 11. And that is the Mage White down here. Oh, wait. And... Oh, well, I see. He devours the corpse and gains 5 health. And oh dear, I place an overlay on it. I don't know if he can go higher. I'm going to assume he can go higher than his starting health. Well, that's bad. There we go. And overlay 5B. Okay. And each time an enemy in its space loses health. Ooh. Oh my gosh. These guys now deal... Huntswight deals a lot more damage and heals when he hurts people. Crap. Okay. Well, now I know what those corpses are for. All right, Naz, good. Maybe Naz should be able to finish this guy off. And let's see. I have... All right, I'm going to use my heavy staff. Yeah, the heavy staff, which I bought. This quarterstaff has a charm that makes it heavier at the moment of impact. Morella winked. Your enemies won't know what hit them. And it's going to be bang. Will be enough to take him out. Put him up there. That goes away. Only problem is, now there's going to be a lot more chances that this middle guy who is buffed up a lot is going to go. But we got rid of one, which I think is good. I think is good. Now the question is, do I want to draw a card? I think I'm going to use this here and draw a card, which gives me another boost. And I still have my movement. And I think I need to make my way towards that. I'm going to let Nas try to take care of this, and let those two try to take care of that. Splitting the party is always a good idea. Okay, alright, now it's getting bad, because now he has +4 damage. The Huntswite unleashes a bolt, aiming to bring you to your knees. And it's attacking. Good. Well, Fane has armor, so he doesn't get the extra there. It is going to be 5 damage. Now, Fane does have 1, 2, 3, 4 armor, so we'll get rid of 1. So he's only taking 1 damage. Oh, 6. So he's taking 2 damage. And I think that is a green attack, so Fane's going to use this boost. So he's down to 1 damage. And 1 damage I'm not too worried about. So that puts him down to 12. And that's not, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. That's okay. 10. Oh boy, here we go. The Mage White hurls a bolt of energy straight at your chest. Okay, well, so it's going to target right there. We have the armor, so I block it all. 1 goes here. Then I have to discard a 2nd armor, because that is what the magic does. And that means Fane now has the most armor, which is probably a good thing, because now it's going to be moving that way, which is probably, I think is probably for the best. Okay, all right. It's getting a little more tense here, a little more tense. Oh, crap. 3. All right, so he is going to shoot him again for 6. And so right now it's down to 3. And we're going to use 2 boosts from Valora, which takes it down to 1. And that's okay. I'm happy to take 1. Not happy, but I'm willing to take 1 damage. All right, come on, give me some stuff here. There we go. Now, oh, I actually only have 1. Well, I only got 1 action. I think I'm going to let this happen. So I'm going to use the knockout. Well, first I'm going to move in here. There we go. And knockout. You take a deep breath and rush at your enemy, slamming into them with force that leaves them reeling. And the good news is I pulled the focus back to me. I get to put a stun on something. I'm going to put the stun here. And I get to do 3 damage. And let's see if I have any boosts here. I do not, so I will do 3 damage. Down to 15. And I get to flip over my lantern. Oh, nope, I do not, because I still have a healing. I still have my sweet bomb here, so I don't get to flip yet. Oh, okay, I'd like Valora to go. 5. All right, so boom. Jumping up to here, and then it's going to move down to here. So getting hit for 3 and a weakened on Fane. So Fane has 2 armor, so he's taking 1 damage, and I think I'm just going to take the 1 damage. Okay. I gotta stop this guy before he gets there. Oh, I'm not going to stop him, though. Okay, Nas again. Yeah, and so... bummer. Yeah, I think Nas is just going to discard this card, which will charge her lantern. I'll discard all this other stuff, and I get to get rid of this 1 weakened here, so I take a damage. Ooh, that was not the best. But I got new stuff, new cards. got my lantern. Oh, I can tell someone to move. Let's tell her to move so she can give an armor to Fane. 12. Perfect. Stunned. So that cancels that out. That was great. Fane. Great. So he's going to do 1 less damage, whatever he does. So he only has his coordinated attack. But that is all he can do. Moving in sync with his allies, Fane flashes back to his time as a soldier. He flinches at the dark memory before forcing himself to focus on the present. So I'm only going to do 1 damage because I'm weakened, though I'm no longer weakened. And we'll see if I have any red or blue boosts out there. Let me mark the 1 damage here. Okay. And come on, give me some red boost here. There we go. Boom. I'm going to use that boost. So that is 1 more damage. And then I don't think I have yet. Ooh, interesting. I could move. 18. But I do have 2 of these return a chit to a bag boost. So I'm going to use that because I'm going to try to get Valora going. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to return a Valora chit to the bag. And draw again. Okay, great. Do that, and I think I'm going to activate Valora, who's going to move here. It's going to give 1 armor to Fane. And she is going to activate her Relentless Snipe. Snipe the prey, murmurs Valora, raising her lantern in the air. The blast surges from it, twisting through the air, seeking out her target's heart. Oh, and that flipped Fane's lantern. And let's see if he has a boost. He does, he does. And he's going to actually play both of his +1 damage boosts, so I'm doing 9 damage. And pulling the focus. And also going to put one of her chits back in the bag. So this guy's down to 9. And it's now coming after me. Still coming after me. We'll put a Valora back in the bag. Oh, and do I? That was nice. Valora again. Let's see. So I have. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this quick shot because it allows me just to do 2 damage. I don't have any more boosts. Oh, I do. 1 boost. But I'm going to hold on to it. So I'm going to do 2 damage to it. Plink, plink. Then I get to do another action. And I think this time I'm going to do shot to the knee, do 2 more damage, which means it's going to be stuck there, which is the main thing that I want. So boom and boom. I wonder if I don't think I can put them both on the same thing. I don't think. So I'm not gonna do that. But I will do 2 more damage, and now it's down to 5. We are getting there. And then I could move her, which I think I will, to there to give Fane another armor. Alright, now, that was a good move, because now tries to chase. Oh, he tries to shoot there. Can't, and I don't actually know the answer. I think he just shoots Fane. Because that makes most sense to me. You can't move and chase who it wants to, so it'll just pop Fane. That was dumb. I shouldn't have stunned it, because now it's close to that. But whatever. Them's the breaks. So Fane is getting hit for 6. Has 4 armor. So it's taken 2. And let's see if we have some defense in here. And that is a green attack. I don't think I do, so I'm going, nope. So Feign is down to 8. So now I'm getting a little bit worried here, and I'm feeling bad that I got rid of all those healing abilities. 4. All right, and so this time he's trying to move, but he can't move because he is stuck. But he is gonna hit Feign for 7 damage and another weak. So I gotta get Feign out of there. So I'm taking 4 damage. I don't have any defense. Crud. Feign is down to 4. Oh, I might lose. Okay, I gotta figure this out. All right, this is starting to get worrisome. 6. Oh, wait a minute. No, he couldn't move. Now he does move. Whew. I'm doing 6 damage to Valora. And she just has to, oh boy, she's down to 6. Oh man, I gotta start killing some stuff here. Whew, okay, Feign has no healing. He is weakened. Gotta do 5 damage, which I can do. So I'm gonna move here. I'm going to use the sustain, which will do 3 damage. Calling out in a clear voice, Feign holds up his lantern and shouts, "Sustain the moment!" Everything seems slow to a crawl, except for him. So that will be 4 damage, which becomes 3. And he gets another action. And before he does anything else, he's going to play Storm Sigil. With a finger you trace a symbol over your weapon and whisper a few quick words, sending lightning crackling over its surface. And so that other attack actually should have done 1 more damage, but more importantly, because I now have that out, I'm going to play the Mana Strike, which will defeat it and heal Feign for 2. Actually, instead of this ward, actually, I'm going to also play this other ward here. And get rid of this one, because I'm not using this one. And so now, every time I play a blue action, which this was, I'll heal. So I've actually healed for 3 this round. I'm back up to 7. Okay. Oh, and this guy is out of here. Which means everybody is going after that one there. All right. Well, we got to move. But luckily, it's going after Nas, and Nas has lots of armor and everything. 7. And so I'm just leaving everything here. So that is this one. And that is, the Bolt of Energy that removes armor. So it does 3 damage. So she's taking 1, but she loses both armors. And it is a white attack. So we will use... Nope. I'm just going to take the hit. Crap. And that will be that there. The Mage White lifts their hands, emitting a wave of magical energy. Crud. So it's going to hit her for 4, which I will make 2, like so. So she's taking 2 damage, and going to eat that. Damn. And so now she's up to 21, and another overlay. Okay, now each time an enemy in its space loses a... Okay, so it heals when it hurts you in the same space, and it does 3 extra damage, and will drain everybody when it gets defeated, but when it gets defeated, it will die. Okay. Everything goes back. Might be time to start using my fate tokens again. Okay, well, I don't think I need to use them yet. Ooh, could be a bad choice. Gosh, if she goes again, she'll move towards that corpse. Oh, okay, well, I can choose. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do an inevitable. Close your eyes, her teacher, Riss often instructed. Let your sword move with the wind. Its swiftness is its power. Before attacking, and bring it over here. So now I'm doing 3 damage, and again, I don't have any boost that I can really... I can use this one, which will allow her to move, and she can use her move action to move someone else, which will give her an armor. And because it's a blue action, she heals from the Fate's Lament. So she's back up to 13. So 3 damage, bringing her back to where she started at 18. And that is... Nope, she has 1 more action remaining. Okay, Valora. Oh, she's so freaking far away. It's a bummer. Well, she's going to move and give another armor here. And she's going to discard this one, which will charge her lantern, and give her a new draw. Oh, and I made a mistake. I did a double boost earlier. You can only do 1 boost. I made a mistake somewhere, but I think it's probably fine. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, crud. All right, so now, well, the good news is I made that move happen, but she's getting hit for 7 damage, and it's going to heal 1, so she's back up to 19. And so 2 brings down to 6 damage, and that's a white attack. This one right here from Valora down to 4 damage, and that's all I can do, so down to 9. Okay, I think it's time to start burning these, because I got to burn this thing down. So here we go. Using 1, drawing 4. Whew, glad I did that. Okay, Naz is up. And now she's going to call out orders. You may move. Naz reassesses the battle, shouting out commands. Regroup, flank position, take cover! I can move each seeker, including myself, up to 1 space. Each seeker can again draw or get rid of a card, and I perform another action. So I will do, with her free move, we'll do that. And then I will do this. And then with her, that's her commanding her to move to there. So that's 2 armor that she can give out. I'm going to give 2 to Naz. Fate will move here. And I don't. And I will let Valora draw a card. Okay. And that actually, I have another action, but I'm out of action, so I think I get to do a full redraw to try to do 1 more thing. Oh gosh, I hope I can get that one and pull her back. That would be amazing, but I did not get that. Ooh, I got to call out orders again, so I'm going to do that exact same thing. So Naz gets a move action. Everyone gets a move action. So Valora's going to move here. Then Naz is going to use hers to tell her to move back. So that's 2 more armor. Then Fane, just move here. And then here we go again. I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to do the Fist of the Wind. Naz swings her fist in a lightning-fast uppercut. Her enemies blasted off their feet before the blow even connects. Boom, which will push them back here. Also, that those 2 actions I played were blue, so Naz gets to heal twice. And I get to do a trapped, and I'm going to trap that one. I do 2 damage, and that's actually a green one, so nope, that is not for everybody. So that's 2 damage, so she's down to 17. And let's see if I have any boosts. Red-green boosts. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use this one from Fane. So now I can draw a card. And let's see, do I have a damage boost? I do. A double damage boost from Sprinting Arrow. Boom. So that's 2 more. So she's down 15. Okay, all right. I think I can do this. I'm going to use another one. Okay. I'm going to use this. And I'm going to activate Valora. And she first is going to move here to give Naz another armor. Gosh, that Guardian from Afar ability is so freaking good. Then she's going to use her Snipe, which is going to be 7 damage. And no boosts, but 7 damage puts him down to 8. Okay, and I'm going to use my last one So I'm worried about getting killed here. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use Valora again. She's going to move to here. And another army for Nas. Armor, I should say. And she's going to do this twin shot. So I'm going to do 2 hits, which keeps the focus on her. It's going to be 4 damage. And I don't think I have any boosts. I do not. Okay, and we're down to there. Now I'm out of tokens. Dang. Oh, reset. But luckily it's trapped, so it can't actually move, which is the good thing, so it can't get closer to that there. It is going to target her for 7 damage as she blasts him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I need defense. So I was on 6, 5. So I blocked 5 damage. I'm down to 1 health left. Oh, shoot. Okay. That's bad. And then we have a reset. Woo! And does she refocus? Does not refocus. Okay, so pretty much if the heroes go, I will win. If the heroes do not go, I will lose. Nas. Oh, I'm going to move 1. Going to use her lantern. Alter the balance, shouts Naz, smashing forward. Her lantern releases a blast, enveloping her enemy, who shrieks and clutches their head. And boom, that is it. Defeated. That was the closest I have gotten to losing. I had 7 left on Fane, 11 on Nas, a lot of armor on Nas. Nas was probably fine. Yeah, it's 7 armor. But as powerful as this ability Valora has to move and give people armor, she's super fragile. That was really close. I almost blew that completely. And that's the danger of this initiative system. Anyhow, whew, close. That was exciting. And after a fierce fight, you finally prevail. The last wight falls. The bandit reappears from the shadows. Thank you, he says. I didn't think you would help me. I know I wouldn't have. He laughs sadly and tells you they had traveled here to a lander hoping to find some valuable items to sell in Dinlux. You ask if he knows anything about the Almanck of Fires. He thinks he might know where to look. You follow him to a far tower of the library, and indeed you find it, a hefty leather tome sealed with a brass lock. Bloodied but triumphant, you set out on your journey back to Dinlux with the grateful bandit in tow. Take a memory, 5B, and there we go, about getting beat up. Okay. And location card D15. So you knock sharply on the door 3 times. Hart pokes his head out and peers around before waving you in. Come on in, it's good to see you. Hopefully I've got something for you here to make it worth the trip. So now I can shop here. And yeah, interesting. So now I can shop there also. So I will add that to the store. Okay. That night, as you rest in camp on your way back to the city, the sealed almanac seems to draw your eyes to it, pulling you in. The mystery is almost irresistible, but you can't help but wonder what's inside. I could pick the lock, or I could not. I'm not going to pick the lock. That's always bad. If playing Call of Cthulhu has taught me anything, it's that magic books are a bad idea. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to go move on. You make your way back to the Seekers Guild in Dinlux. The Hierophant somehow knows of your arrival and is already in the Guildmaster's office when you get there. I assume you succeeded in finding the almanac? She asks. She seems nervous, but relaxes as soon as you produce the volume. You place it on the table and she reaches out to touch it, then hesitates. I don't have memory 5C, so... Zelen picks up the almanac. Hopefully, this will contain the information we need, she says quietly as if to herself. It's difficult to say how long it will take to translate. She looks back up to you. Guildmaster Leroy will make sure you receive your reward, and you have my thanks. I'll be in need of your services again soon. All right, I get a new prompt. New place to go, the Trail of Whispers. And I get a copper treasure pack and 4 coins. And as before, I'm going to have 3 new city actions. I got lots of money. I got a little bit more Kinfire. So looking at the choices that we have on the screen, let me know where you think I should go. I don't know that I need to go back and rest. I can't remember if I have to rest to heal. I don't think so. I think it's just to move stuff around. But I will check that, and it's possible I don't need to go there. I have a lot of coin, but I don't have a lot of space in my characters to add more stuff. But lots of places to go. So last place to go. I'm still enjoying this. This one was significantly harder than the others have been, which was a lovely surprise. But there you have it, folks. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.